So you gonna leave or you gonna stay for a while more?
Go, come on, let's go. I don't gotta leave
All
till
right.
4.
All right, here we go.
I'll be over by your house.
Bye.
Welcome to the Rebel Alliance Briefing Room Podcast. We are here to podcast about anything and everything Star Wars with you. Please visit our website where you can play current and past episodes. That's https://RABR.KyleJohansson.us. That's RABR.KyleJohansson.us. On the left-hand side is a navigation menu. You can use this to learn how to load the Rebel Alliance Briefing Room podcast on your Android or Apple phone and tablet. And we have direct links to our podcast on Apple and Google Podcasts. Please participate by connecting to our social media, answering questions of the week, or submitting feedback directly from the site. Again, all of these are available at the Rebel Alliance Briefing Room website at RABR.KyleJohansson.us. And now, it's time to talk Star Wars. I am Kyle John Johansson, and this is Andrew Scott Sutton. Say hello.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna get sick of eating all those black licorice.
They have rule. The package is gone.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun at work then. All right, so today we're reviewing Star Wars Ahsoka Part 2 called Toils and Trouble. We're gonna
in trouble.
Yeah, we're gonna go over who's in the cast and stuff like that first, and we're gonna do a episode recap, and go over some feedback, and then talk about our predictions and stuff.
Blah 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 blah.
Exactly. So we did that. So let's spoiler it. What that means is, if you haven't watched episode 2 or episode 1, please go watch it because you're slow.
You're not out of luck.
Yeah, because we're gonna talk and spoil it like crazy.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
So, all right. So this episode was directed by Stephen Green and written by David Filoni. Edited by Rosanne Tan. And of course, the music was scored by Kevin Kinner.
Rosanne.
Rosanne Tan. So this cast is much shorter than the first one because we didn't need to see all those people again. So we've got Ahsoka, which is Rosario Dawson, Sabine Wren, Natasha Bordizzo, Hera Syndulla, which is Mary Elisabeth Winstead, Bayllan Skoll, Ray Stevens. Oh, I forgot to mention on the one before, they had a thing at the end where they dedicated it to their friend Ray.
Yeah, Ray.
Because Ray Stevens died after they filmed all this stuff. Ray Stevens died in real life, so he is no longer with us. So he can't return for another show or something like that. Shin Hati is Ivanna Sakhino. Ryder Azadi is Clancy Brown. Morgan Elisabeth is Diane Lee Insanto. Professor Hanoi is David Tennant. Ezra Bridger is Iman Efasandi. And there's a command crew number 1 person called Kelly Feeblin. So much shorter cast, and Scott likes the way I pronounce Ivanna Sakhino. Is that right? Let's see. What do we got next?
It sounds like you sucker me off.
Exactly. You're gonna sucker Shin.
You sucker me off.
Yeah, so with that, we're going to a
Are you planning your next trip to Tatooine? Well, come on down to Pelly's Mod and Repair Shop, where our droids will spruce up your wagon. We'll service just about anything from Starfighter Corellian Y1300 freighter to a Vespa hovering scooter. If we don't have the part, We can get it. If you qualify for our special program, we'll provide you with any parts our Jawas can get. Well, that's right. Come on down to Pelly's Mod and Repair Shop, where we can store fuel and upgrade your vessel. We're located at Tatooine's Mos Eisley Spaceport, Hangar 35.
Yeah, 35. So we need to come up
Or
with
you
something
can
new
just
for.
Or you can just go about back and deal with the Jawa.
Jawas. Get their best deal possible. We need to come up with a new one for Ahsoka. I was trying to come up with one, but I
Come get your
didn't.
big head washed.
Your big head with your weird tentacles. Get your head washed. Yeah. I don't know.
New shampoo.
Here, come enjoy our tentacle shampoo lotion.
Tentacle massage.
Oh, that sounds gross. sounds too much like a happy ending situation.
Mm.
So we're reviewing Ahsoka Part 2, Toils and Trouble. Originally aired on the same day as the last episode, August 22nd. And this one was only 44 minutes long. And of course, it takes place at the same timeline. Same bat channel, same timeline. So that means it's time to grab your favorite beverage and pull up a chair and join us in the Rebel Alliance briefing room, right?
Oh my goodness, you didn't say that the first time.
I didn't.
Where were we the first time?
Sleeping.
My living room? Your living room? Oh, your office. That's a pretty good shot of her. Things hanging there.
Okay.
Oh, God.
What's hanging? Rebels?
Her lightsaber. It wasn't covered up.
Oh, yeah.
It showed it was like fully powered or some shit.
So this episode opens with Sabine surviving her lightsaber wound. To everybody's surprise, she is in the hospital with Ahsoka and Hanoi. She explains to them that she unlocked the star map, and she did not have time to decipher it, and is unsure where the path to Thrawn and Ezra starts. Their enemies took the map, and so she feels that they are left with nothing. So she thinks she failed. Ahsoka leaves Sabine and goes back to the communications tower looking for clues. She finds exactly what she was hoping for, and one of the droids was left behind. Likely so that they could finish the job. Ahsoka decapitates it in a second and brings the head back to Sabine. Uh-oh. Oh, because they record everything. Maybe that's why, huh? Sabine claims that because of the nature of the droids, she should be able to hack into its circuits and find out where it came from. Just before the head explodes, she discovers that it came from the New Republic shipyard. Hera complains, "This is bizarre. All Imperial efforts should have been ended after the war. That doesn't make sense." Ahsoka and her decide to go investigate and tell Sabine to stay behind. Something she is because there's something she is upset about. Weird. She's still got to recover too. That's what they said. Mm-hmm. At the same time, the villains of the story have not only opened the map, but they figured out which planet to start at and reveal the path they need to take. They call Morgan Elisabeth so they can make a plan. After they discuss what will happen, after they find Thrawn, war and unlimited power, more or less, Shin is told that to go to the New Republic shipyard to ensure their latest transport goes smoothly. This sets up for her to be there at the same time as Ahsoka and Hera. So there was a lot there that I said, but they opened the map and looked at it in this weird place that looked like another temple, right?
Yeah.
And it looked like kind of Stonehenge. It had the little metal or the concrete stuff, and it looks like each one of those.
Pointed up in the sky.
Yeah, pointed up in the sky and told them exactly where to go. And they could see other things with it too. I guess she could zoom in or something. I thought it looked like for a second, but anyway, he also tells his apprentice that if they find Thrawn, they can find unlimited power because Thrawn is pretty evil, and the more evil, the more power. I guess I don't know.
He's in touch with all that. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that something strange is going on at the New Republic shipyard. Everyone is on edge as Hera and Ahsoka get a tour. It takes a droid speaking out of turn about seeing an attack droid around that week for everyone to be revealed. It says that the attack droid is leaving on a transport at that very moment. When Hera orders the transport to be stopped, the employees refuse and a battle ensues. They then attack Ahsoka and Hera, shouting, "For the Empire!" When they do, of course, they don't get very far as the two women are great fighters. Ahsoka jumps out a window, landing by the transport, but is unable to stop it from taking off. Hera takes the Phantom and follows it, working with Chopper to place a tracker on it before it jumps to space. And Chopper's like banging on the side, "Hey, stop driving like crazy, we're gonna die." Clunk, clunk, clunk. I got Chopper over here somewhere too. Anyway, they get the tracker on, and Ahsoka is fighting an Inquisitor who gives her a run for her money, but then there's no lasting damage. The lightsaber battle is pretty epic, and it delivers some much needed action to the episode. Yeah, so this is most of it. He fights with one blade, right? And then he's like, "Oh, this is getting serious. I need to turn on the second one." And then he throws it at some point, right? Throws it at her or something.
Yeah.
And of course she ducks and misses or whatever, and it's gone. And when they're leaving, he retrieves it back, and she moves out of the way. I feel it. I'm moving. Neither one kills each other, and the Inquisitor escapes when Shin Hatu shows up in the last minute of time to get him out. Luckily, Chopper and Hera succeed in placing the tracker on the transport, so at least they will know where to find them. Sabine, who has been going through her own journey, is finally finding the confidence she needs. After discussing with Hanoi, she realizes that she is in charge of her own journey and doesn't need to sit around and wait for Ahsoka to ask her to come back. She can make that decision herself. And that's when she cuts her hair. She takes out her fancy Mandalorian knife and chops her hair off. She then puts on her armor, and she now looks like she did in the series, and she calls Ahsoka and tells her she is ready to return. She goes to the mural of her and her friends really taking in the journey, and they all went on together. When Ahsoka arrives for her, she takes one last look at Ezra, seemingly saying, "I'm coming for you. I'm going to get you, my lover boy," before turning to Ahsoka. Ahsoka mentions her haircut, and Sabine admits it suits her better. The two leave Lothal when Hanoi tells them that Chopper has located the transport. Ahsoka tells Sabine to punch them into the hyperspace, calling her a Padawan as she does. So they've settled their disagreements. The final scene of episode 2 is with Bayllan, Shin, the Inquisitor, and Morgan. Morgan can tell that Bayllan is rattled because Ahsoka finds out their ongoing operation at the New Republic shipyard. She asks him to use the Force to look for Ahsoka, and then let them know she is coming. He kind of can't really feel her because Ahsoka's kind of hiding herself in the Force somehow. He claims that she is able to avoid the Force, but that her will and power that her will is powerful and she is coming for them, no matter what. Morgan would like her dead, and Bayllan says it would be a shame to kill another Jedi, as there is not many of them left. Morgan claims this is sentimental behavior, and Bayllan admits that this is the truth. And then we see credits. Credits. And we get all the map again all over the place. So, what'd you think about this episode? It was a little faster, a little
Yeah.
shorter.
I mean,
A little more action.
The galaxy was interesting. How the witch was manipulating it, but
The map and stuff, yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of cool. And those are the little points that we see in the credits. You know, you see the little parts of the galaxy. That's what we saw when she was manipulating the map a little bit and stuff.
Like manipulate the rim or the ring or whatever like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And she pushed it back down into the
With her minimal force powers, she went and it went down. There was a weird little flame coming up there too, a little purple flame. I thought it was weird. But yeah, it was a pretty good episode. I think I probably liked the first episode better than this one, but maybe that's because of anticipation of it, you know, seeing it again and seeing Ahsoka and all that. I don't know. I don't know. I have a weird opinion that I think kind of um Rosario Dawson is maybe not the right person for this Ahsoka, but a lot of people like her, so I guess we're stuck with her. But I just don't think she's right for some reason. But let's get into feedback. Yeah, so I have feedback from the same person. We had feedback on the last episode, but he's giving feedback on this episode. His name is Mike Question, and he's on Blue Sky, like I talked about. He says for Ahsoka, Toll, and Trouble, I haven't watched much Ahsoka or Sabine's previous continuity, but I love the thought of a Mandalorian Padawan. The show sparks my interest in checking out the other series that leads up to this one. Good episode, meanders at a few various points, but it's forgivable. So he's saying that it kind of goes off and gets a little slow or something in certain points, and um, comes back eventually, but it gets a little off on a tangent or whatever. Kind of like I was thinking. I think it was a good episode, but it wasn't as good as the first one, I don't think. But what do you think, Sleeping Boy? You break your neck over there. Episode? Is any good?
I'm looking at parts. This part at the parts yard.
Yep.
Totally. That's totally Empire. You know.
Yeah. Do you think it looked different than what we saw in Andor? You know, when they showed a lot of the parts yard and stuff.
Well, there's sunshine. The sun's out or something.
Yeah.
It's light.
It's not as dark and everything like in Andor.
It's not raining.
Exactly.
You know. But still, the grimy, stuff.
Right.
The only thing there that's not. I would say in it for the money or trying to help rebuild the empire would be the droids. That
Could
one,
be.
the one that like CP30.
Yeah, they were red. They
Yeah,
were
red.
red. Yeah, well, I mean,
And said that there was an attack droid there or some shit like that.
exactly. And I don't know if it's just, because the droid doesn't know any better not to say stuff like that, to lie or
Yeah,
whatever. But um, I thought it looked like pretty much everybody that was there on that, um, I don't know, shipyard or whatever that they were interviewing or whatever, they all were in on it.
yeah,
Seemed like.
they were all. I at one point I didn't think the woman was, but then
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
she's the one that second got put up with the gun. At first, I thought it was a guest star, like an important guest star. I thought it was Ronda Rousey
Uh-uh.
for a second.
Yeah,
I don't see
yeah.
why she couldn't. Oh, never mind. I forgot. It's Inquisitor
He was the Inquisitor
that
again.
stopped her. Okay, and Bobble. There's Bobble.
Feedback at KyleJohansson.us. That's feedback, KyleJohansson.us.
Yeah, I was looking at my bobbleheads the other day, and
Yep.
I have every Inquisitor except for this new one that was on Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Don't have that one. I've even got the sisters, the fifth sister and the Riva one, which she was the third sister.
Good.
Yep,
She's her
I
last
do.
remaining sister, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Of her kind. Yeah.
All right, so you heard the email address, feedback at KyleJohansson.us. Email us your feedback. We're available on our website. There's a link that on the left-hand side. Left-hand side that says feedback, and it's a form you can fill out. We're on Twitter at super_duper_pod. And we're on Blue Sky at Rebel Alliance Briefing Room
Send
and
us,
YouTube.
send us anything Star Wars.
Anything. We don't care if it's
If
about
you got,
Ahsoka.
what's your collection or whatever,
Exactly.
if you got the
Doesn't
old
have to be
time,
about Ahsoka
if
at
you got
all.
the old timey toys, the first toys that were big.
Yeah, from Kenner Toys.
Yeah, I forgot what company. I almost said Hasbro, but that's GI Joe.
Action figures, they were like 5 or 6 inches tall or something like that.
Yeah, they were big. This I see a collection almost every day in this guy's place. It's crazy,
Yeah,
and they're still in the packages. So I don't know why he has them in his office.
they should be in the package.
Huh?
They should be in the package.
I know, but I don't know why he has them in my office. The original. I picked them up and looked at the date on the bottom.
He's showing off. That's why.
Yeah, but that's prime good stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Those
Oh,
can
I was going to tell you.
disappear.
Yeah, it could disappear, I guess, since it's maybe not locked or something.
But
I was going to tell you though that our following on Twitter has grown a little bit. We're up to like 107 people now,
wow.
which we were before this show. We were like around 90 something or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we've increased there. I think we have one more follower on YouTube, and then we have a greater number of people following us on Amazon Music, which is weird.
Yeah.
Um,
Huh.
I never think about Amazon Music, but
Yeah.
if you have Amazon Prime, you get access to Amazon Music also.
Huh.
You don't get all the music, but you get some of it. You have to pay for some stuff. I don't know what what requires you to pay or whatever. But anyway, our count's gone up there quite a bit too. People have been watching the show on there, which I think maybe it could just be Rick. Rick likes to use Amazon Music. So it could be Rick listening to our stuff, but
So what the heck is? So they got the tracker, right?
yep.
And it's on the thing. But do they know that there's a tracker on the thing?
Nope, they don't know.
And that
They
was an
figure it
engine,
out.
right?
They figure it out when no, they don't. They don't know it's on the engine at all. They uh they have no idea. But that thing
Okay.
there is called uh crap. It's it if you remember in I think it was the the first one, the Phantom Menace, when Obi-Wan Kenobi goes
It's an
in
accelerator.
deep into space and he
Yeah.
docks into a little circle thing.
Yeah.
That's the same thing, but this one we're seeing it at the end of the episode is huge.
Yeah.
So it's gonna possibly be able to transport more than just a small ship. You know, it could transport uh, an armada full of ships. Who knows? But um,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a
it's
pretty big ring.
it's apparently powerful enough to go from galaxy to galaxy. I would say.
Oh, maybe that's yeah. This whole oh her Wren, Serene Wren, laying out her armor. I don't know whether she's trying to make the decision or what she's going to make the decision to, you know. And then she cuts her hair.
Yeah, I
That
think
was
she's trying to make her decision. You know, I'm like, do I really want to put this stuff all back on and start this all over? And
and this her kneeling at the anvil with the helmet and the knife. That was pretty ritualistic and pretty cool.
yeah, yeah, it was. It was
Oh, okay. Now she does have her armor on when she's doing that. Okay,
yeah. She's
so
already
she
dressed up and stuff.
cuts away the old, and is ready for the a new. So okay, some weird
Exactly.
symbol. There's some weird symbol on the back. Which, but this is where they all hung out, right? The radio tower
Um,
when they got back from missions.
no,
Or was it
there
just
was
his?
someplace. It was someplace else. I thought, but that's where Ezra, I think,
That's it. Okay.
was hiding
Okay.
at when they
Yeah.
first found him.
Okay.
Of
Yeah.
course, I think they first found him when they were going through the tunnels or something, and
Yeah.
they saw him, and then he thought they were interesting and started to follow him or something. I don't remember exactly, but because that happened like right in the first couple episodes. But I
So what
think
do you what?
this tower's where he because he didn't have parents or anything. He thought they were dead,
That's right.
so this is where he lived.
So do you think them doing this in what not animation is good? Do you think they hit on all the right parts?
I mean, I think so. I think it's always hard to transition to live action. But uh, I think I think Dave Filoni does a pretty good job at it.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is that, like I was saying before, I don't like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. I don't
Yeah.
like her that much. Um,
I like the general. I can't remember. I can't
Syndulla,
remember.
Syndulla,
Syndulla, yeah.
the green one. Yeah, she's pretty
But
hot.
she was
She got the
when
blue eyes.
we were watching the Star Wars thing this year. She came out and did a thing. She was a tall white gal,
Yep.
and she was saying that there was going to be surprises and people were going to be is going to draw people in. And it is. This final, her looking at the mural, well, Serene looking at the mural and turn around and Ahsoka's there.
Yep.
And she walks away and she's almost a match to the mural. A little shorter, but it's really cool.
Yeah, pretty close.
You know.
So, little side fact there.
Why don't you like her as Ahsoka? I mean, I
don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
Okay.
Almost all the other ones, you know, I can imagine them being what they are in this live action, but
Mhm.
I just don't buy the Rosario Dawson's.
Are you stuck on that Ahsoka? You saw Ahsoka as a little kid most of the time. Are you stuck on that?
I mean, I think that's part of it. Part of it, yeah.
There's a pretty big jump there, I know, but I understand what you mean.
Maybe her face isn't right or something. I don't know what it is, but it's just not something's not right. But there's a little known fact there though. So, Mary Elizabeth Winstead or whatever her name is that plays Syndulla.
Yeah.
That is actually Ewan McGregor's wife, who plays Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
That's his wife. That's his wife. Is Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Star Wars in the family.
Exactly.
Man, that is a huge ass ring. Holy crap. I'm putting they're just building it.
Well, they're adding the engines, so I think the engines are probably the last part.
That's where the witch is at. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm following now. So she's waiting for more. Yeah, she's waiting to be able to do that jump, I bet.
Yeah, I'm just curious what kind of ship's going to go in there.
I know.
It's got to be a big ship because that's a big ring.
Could it be that new Death Star?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't. From all the things I remember from Thrawn, he had nothing to do with any Death Stars. He did do some, I don't know, directing on with the Star Killer base that we saw in Rogue One. You know, the planet that basically was a thing. He did do some of that because he was also in charge of the cloning stuff at that base too. So,
okay, then since we don't do a question a week, but how soon are we going to see Thrawn, or are we going to see Thrawn this season?
I don't know. I've always been to the fact that I think he's going to be in the last couple episodes, and that's the only time we'll see him.
Then is he going to get his own show?
I don't know. I think they might just roll it into Ahsoka, and then because Dave Filoni's committed to make a movie too.
Yeah, I thought there was supposed to be a movie.
Supposed to come out.
Supposed to be a movie like at Christmas again.
Yeah, that's not his movie though. It's a different movie. I think his is supposed to come out in 2024.
What's the one that's coming? Is that the Jedi one?
I don't know. It could be. It could be. Yeah, maybe for the Old Republic stuff. Or it could be the Rey one too. There's supposed to be a Rey one coming out.
Oh, Rey, that's it. Yeah.
Could be that one. I don't know.
They put off a couple to get this movie out.
Mm-hmm.
It's either Christmas or May of 24. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah.
I don't know, but they've got a lot of shows going on too. We've got the Skeleton Crew coming up. We've got there's like 3 or 4 of them all stacked up in a row coming We're gonna get. I think we're probably gonna get some in
There's the
maybe one in
whale.
October.
Did you watch the credits?
Yeah, they're in there for a second.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. So
I think they're gonna be part of it. We'll see.
yeah, we all converge on that one point. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. What's it? 1, 2. It's like five things converge on that one point. That's what they show.
Could be. Maybe that's how Ahsoka gets there.
Maybe Mando comes to. Sorry, that's what my Disney Plus jumped to after Mando.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think there's probably going to be a crossover episode, or at least one. So maybe it'll be Boba Fett instead of Mando.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get out of this, and so you can get ready to go.
Thank you for listening to the Rebel Alliance Briefing Room podcast. Please visit our website where you can play current and past episodes. That's https://RABR KyleJohansson.us. That's RABR.KyleJohansson.us. On the left-hand side is a navigation menu. You can use this to learn how to load the Rebel Alliance Briefing Room podcast on your Android or Apple phone and tablet. And we have direct links to our podcast on Apple and Google Podcasts. Please participate by connecting to our social media, answering questions of the week, or submitting feedback directly from the site. Again, all of these are available at the Rebel Alliance Briefing Room website at RABR.KyleJohansson.us. This podcast in no way is approved, sponsored, or owned by Lucasfilms Ltd., Disney, Disney Plus, or any of its subsidiaries. All opinions are solely owned by Kyle and or Scott, and in no way express the views or opinions of their past or present employers. Views and opinions are not supported or restricted by Lucasfilms Ltd., Disney, Disney Plus, or any of its subsidiaries. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or any or other use of this podcast and its affiliate sites without consent of Super Duper Podcast Network and its host is prohibited. I am Kyle Johansson, and this is Andrew Scott Sutton. Say goodbye now.
Bye now.
Behave.
We'll talk to you later.